Your cash feels safe. The number on the statement barely moves. No red days, no scary charts. So why does that same balance buy less food, less rent, and less freedom every single year? Look at a savings balance. $10,000 last year, $10,000 this year. The digits look fine. The bank app looks calm. But groceries cost more. Rent costs more. Gas, insurance, childcare, tuition, more. The statement never shows that second column, what your money can actually buy. That gap has a name, the inflation tax. It is not a line on a tax form. No agency mails you a bill. Still, you pay. Inflation is a silent tax on cash and on any claim locked in today's dollars. Start with what money is. Money is a claim on goods and services. A dollar is not the sandwich. It is a ticket that usually buys the sandwich. When the general price level rises, each ticket buys less. Same claim written on paper. Weaker claim in the real world. That is the core mechanism of the inflation tax. Inflation does more than raise prices. It redistributes purchasing power. Holders of cash and fixed nominal claims slowly lose. People or assets that can reprice, wages that catch up, businesses that raise prices, floating rate claims, have a better chance of keeping pace. Nobody needs to vote for this transfer. It happens in the background of daily life. Who pays first? Cash. Idle balances earn a little or nothing. Every year, the price level rises, the real value of that cash falls, even if the bank app still looks perfectly calm. Zero volatility on the screen is not zero risk in the world. It is not only cash under the mattress or in a checking account. Wages that adjust slowly fall behind rising prices for months or years. Fixed coupons on old bonds do not magically grow when rent jumps. Low deposit rates that trail inflation quietly convert safe yield into a real loss. Anything locked in nominal terms pays part of the tax. Here is the measurement that actually matters. Real return? Roughly, real return equals nominal return minus inflation. A 4% deposit with 3% inflation is only about 1% real before taxes and fees. A 1% savings rate with 3% inflation is not slow growth. It is a 2% annual decline in purchasing power. Take a simple example, not a forecast, just arithmetic. $10,000 sitting in cash. If inflation runs about 3% a year, after 10 years, that cash keeps only about $7,400 of today's purchasing power. The account may still say $10,000. Friends may still call it safe. The world moved. Nearly a quarter of the real value is gone without a single market crash. Zoom out further with a mental shortcut. The rule of 72. Divide 72 by the inflation rate to estimate the doubling time of prices, or the half-life of purchasing power. At 3%, that is about 24 years. At 6%, about 12. Modest annual numbers become life-sized losses if cash sits idle for decades. Why does this tax feel so invisible? Money illusion. We watch the number, not the basket. Inflation usually drips rather than explodes. A 3% raise can feel like winning, even when prices rose 4. And modern bank statements are designed to show stability. Green check marks, flat balances, no red banner that says purchasing power down again this year. Common mistakes follow the illusion. Treating no market volatility as no risk. Ignoring real rates while chasing the comfort of a stable balance. Parking decades of long-term savings in cash because markets feel scary. Fear of a temporary portfolio drawdown can quietly guarantee a permanent purchasing power drawdown. Safety theater is still a cost. There is also opportunity cost. Cash has a job: near-term spending, emergency buffers, money you truly need stable in the short run. That job is real. The problem starts when money with a 10-year or 20-year job is forced to live like money with a 3-month job. Long-horizon cash does not escape risk. It chooses a different risk: slow erosion. Understanding the inflation tax changes the questions you ask. Not only is my balance up, also, what is my real cash yield after inflation? How much cash do I actually need for near-term spending and true emergencies? And am I forcing long-term money to sit still and pay this tax every year? Better questions beat better slogans. Remember 3 things. First, a stable balance is not a stable lifestyle. Second, real return is roughly nominal return minus inflation. If you only track the nominal number, you are flying half blind. Third, cash is a tool for near-term needs, not a long-term vault that magically escapes risk. The idea is simple. What you do with it is personal. Your timeline, your obligations, your risk capacity. Nothing here is a recommendation to buy or sell anything. And just to be clear, this is education, not financial advice.